Welcome back to a new episode of Home Course. We're still in beautiful Jupiter, Florida, where we just wrapped up with pro caddy Austin Johnson. Today, we're gonna meet up with the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Joey D. We're gonna head to his golf fitness center, give you a full tour, check out some behind the scenes action of the workout with AJ, show you exactly what it takes to take these golfers to the next level with their fitness routine. Stay along for the ride, this is gonna be a great episode. My buddies and I, we tee it up as much as possible. And although we hack it around as much as anybody, my job is to keep morale high and make sure the boys have their Corona premiere. Oh man, you're gonna need one of these. It's all good, man. I got you one of these.
Thank you. Did you see where this went in?
No clue, dude, but I got you one of these. Good times. Another great day out on the course with the boys is your light beer premiere. All right, we're here at Joey D Golf with the man himself, Joey D. What's happening, man?
Thanks for coming. This is gonna be so fun.
Dude, I've seen this place on social media so much. You know, hang the banner. You guys work with all the pros.
Yeah.
So I had to go check this out as we left Austin's house, and we're gonna get a quick workout in, see what this guy's all about. So it's not all about training like the pros. We got the caddy, the top caddy out here in pro golf. See how you work out and get going. So
You're gonna be in for a treat with one of my favorite pros right here. I can tell you that.
Well, this place is impressive. I mean, I know you work really with DJ, really exclusively, but when it comes to touring pros, anybody and everybody's coming in and out this door, working out with you guys.
It's been the most exciting opportunity. You know, we get humbled by it every time somebody comes in, that we're honored to be able to have more pros be a part of something that, you know, ultimately we started the hang the banner culture with. You do the work works, you win, you get a banner. It's like anything else. In like the greatest basketball arenas and, you know, hockey arenas, you see these huge banners hanging, and I'm like, we need a banner culture to honor the best of the best.
I see it after every win. I see you or Colby posting, hanging the banner. I'm like, dang, they work with this guy too. I mean, you guys got everybody. So.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, they know that it's fun. The atmosphere is really different in here, and you know, we've had the opportunity, and AJ has been a part of this whole thing forever and ever, and we've just really enjoyed watching it grow.
Yeah. Well, I've taken a quick tour around. It's been incredible just to see what you guys got. I'm excited for the world to see that and go through. We'll ask you some questions, but let's get to work, man.
Let's get a workout in. Come on, let's get started.
So Joey, you're from the Jersey area. When did this all open up? When did this start for you?
This is 12 years old. So we had an opportunity when we saw the migration of players come in at Jupiter area, like as the golf courses, the weather, just the culture of the pros started to migrate here. I was actually up in Jacksonville at the time, and I moved back here, and I'm like, you gotta go where the pros are going. And then my idea was, give them an opportunity to be in an environment that mimics the environment. Because not unlike the NFL and Major League Baseball and NHL and all the other sporting, like NBA, when players are in the off season, they can go train at their home facility. So we kind of made this like the pros' home facility. And that's really where that idea started, was let's give the pros, when they're not working, a place where they can feel no autographs, no pictures, no access. And that's kind of how it started. That was the evolution, the genesis of it all. So.
Well, I mean, I can see you guys work with so many great players, current, past champions, people on LPGA Tour, PGA Tour, Live Tour. You've got athletes from other sports coming in and working out with you. So right now you guys have over 25, 30 different pro golfers that you guys are working with.
Yeah, it's probably a lot more than that. You know, I don't know the count every day. It just continues to grow. But what I can tell you is the other thing that's interesting is all of these guys play golf on their off weeks. Not only are they training, but the cross-pollination, where you see the guys from the NFL that come in and work with Colby and work with us here, guys from Major League Baseball, they all work out and play golf together. So you see that synergy, that camaraderie, and that's the cool stuff that we have here. Like, you can't do this in an LA Fitness or a Lifetime or a Gold's Gym or a Planet. Like, you can get a workout in, but the environment, as you can see yourself, this is an environment we built pretty specifically for pros to do something very serious with the right equipment, opportunity, and atmosphere to say, you're coming here to work, but you still feel like you're in the locker room, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a really cool environment.
That's awesome.
And it's always it's always cool to watch, level of this athlete, and people don't see it, but caddies have maybe one of the most difficult jobs with, the load of the bag, the shift in the terrain, the up and down, like golf courses that people don't think. They're walking 8 miles and literally divots and awkward positions and standing on their feet for 14, 12 hours. Like, this is a big part, and he's kind of carried the torch, so to speak. Like, caddies look at him and go, he just is an awesome athlete. And I always said, good thing I didn't find him when he was in college, or I'd have been caddying for him. Like, I would have been on the bag with him. Like, I believe that as a coach, I can see talent and I know where it comes from as one of the most talented, and he's brutally disciplined. Like, there's never a time where he and I don't get a chance, we're on the road or doing stuff, that we'll go in and smash one. That's how it's like, hey, bro, you want to smash one? Yeah, let's get after it.
And you're on the road with them every event.
Yeah, we've all, I'm the old guy still trying to hang on with the young bulls pulling me through, right?
He's up at 5
Yeah,
a.m.
Right?
5 a.m. running while DJ and I are sleeping.
It's been a really fun journey to watch tour players understand that what, was put in front of them gave them an opportunity to elevate the game. Because if you're not doing this, you're never ever gonna be able to compete. And you watch, so the good putters or the short hitters or the guys that are like kind of always behind, and he's walking to his ball at 60 yards behind a shorter hitter, the advantage is always most of the time gonna play into the stronger, more athletic. Of course, and you watch the athleticism of these younger players, like they get it and they wanna be a part of it.
Well, the game has shifted
It's
so
completely
much, right?
changed.
Fitness is such a core part of it.
But beyond that, he's helped to really kind of, you watch the culture of professional caddies, it's not what it used to be anymore. Like, these guys, like, look at Kessler, and they're guys like, are more fit, they're more aware of, they don't wanna, be injured, and they don't wanna have issues. So you see more and more and more of them in the gym. It's been a really cool evolution to watch. And he's been really the biggest part of it.
Caddies in the gym these days, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was before me, but yeah, you go down to the hotel gym or whatever, there's 8, 9 other caddies in there working out.
Yeah. It's a grind, man. I mean, just walking with these boys, filming and doing stuff, it's like, at the end of the day, you've been on your feet, just walking around. The courses have a lot of terrain. You're like, it's exhausting. And then you carry one of those tour bags and all the stopping and going, and you got to keep your mind fresh.
You think about the asymmetries it creates and the potential injuries. Like, you're scooping a bag up with one arm. Look at my body. Yeah. Now I'm creating asymmetries. And then you got to stand up. And then you think about how many moving parts they go through, scooping it around like, a pitcher throw. It's these really like interesting opportunities for guys to figure out where they need to get stronger to do their job better. Because they're playing for big stakes. There's no joke. They're pros. So I don't take it lightly, and I love the fact that this is something that really gives them an opportunity to get better.
So, being someone from the outside, I mean, I've seen this studio a ton from social media, all the banners being hung, all the different wins, the tours being announced. You guys are hanging banners.
It's been fun.
It's a great culture you guys have created. For me, it feels like it's, hey, if you're a tour pro or you're a top guy, like, this is the spot, but that's not the case, right? Anyone can come in and get a fitness assessment and be a part of this program if they're willing to commit to themselves, correct?
We fought, because when I originally started it, it was like this big, one little spot down at the end down there, and it just kept growing. And I only had it open for pros in the beginning. But as I recognized golf had a big resurgence, like, it became more and more popular, and Jupiter was getting to be, or the northern area of Palm Beach County, more and more courses and more people, and everybody was playing. And I'm like, you gotta give people an opportunity to understand their body, get assessments, and when you're done, there's a specific program, not that you're gonna get to his level, or Dustin's level, or any of the level that the pros are playing out. But these people are very serious, either at a club level, mid-ams, we see more high school players from all over the world, college teams. It's been a really cool, evolution to watch the general population of golf at a recreational level, at a club level, at a mid-am. Just watch collegiate golf, like, kids that are in high school are so serious about wanting to get better. They're willing to do the work.
Well, and they see the work that all these pros are doing. They're playing at the highest level, and I mean, you've got to mimic the pros, if you want to get to that level. So they're seeing that they're taking care of their body first, right?
I agree, and the general education and awareness is people know at every level, if my body's stronger, if I have more flexibility, more mobility, more speed and power, I'm gonna actually play better. Yeah. And then you put that all together, people are starting to get it like that. And we see huge changes.
So you guys are cooking. I mean, this is obviously the best fitness program for golfers around, and you have players coming in from other parts of the country to come work out with you in Colby, right? I mean, I see other players living in Charlotte coming in, or Arizona coming in, like guys who just don't even live here that make the time to come out here and work with you guys.
The funny thing is, there are guys that actually started at other places that moved to Jupiter, not just for this, but when you have stuff that's cool, you go, wait, the weather's perfect mostly all year round, especially in the winter. All right, we got a hurricane going, but let's put that aside.
This week,
And I'm thinking, if you can have this environment, the best golf courses, like the opportunity to live your best golf life, this is a cool part of it. So,
that's for sure.
There he is, grinding.
It's got to be one of the most unique places in the world. I mean, where else can you go? You train with the guys that train the best in the world at what they do. Basically go through the same thing with Dustin, JT, best players in the world go through.
Yeah.
And then they formulate a package that fit, your ability, your skill level and stuff.
Yeah. So you've been on the bag now for about a decade, right?
Yeah, it's year 10, I believe.
Yeah. How's your body feeling right now?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It feels real good, actually. I made a little bit of a shoulder issue, but we've been working on it. It's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
It's a grind. A lot of traveling, a lot of time on an airplane. A lot of time in hotels. Sometimes not always the best beds. But.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think a lot of people overlook is when you I travel a lot for what I do. I just hit 200,000 miles this week, but you guys are going to surpass that going over across the pond a bunch of times, but. People don't realize when you travel as much and you're on the airplanes, even if it's private, the hotels, the schedule, it's a grind. I didn't really truly appreciate that until I started being around the tour players more, because you just watch it on TV and you're like, oh, they're just playing golf. What a life, right? Yeah. And it is the life. It's the dream.
See us on Sunday, right?
Yeah, but when I see you on Monday and Tuesday and the travel you have to do, you finish Sunday night, you're back on a plane going to the next event. It's insane, and it takes a toll on you, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's the whole baggage. So.
Yeah, well, you're at home, you can get in a routine and it's nice, you have your places where you eat, kind of know what you're doing, We get to a place we've never been and we're in the morning, what are we gonna do for breakfast? We're gonna get coffee, where's the gym we're gonna work out at,
Yeah.
So it's just,
the more serious
it's fun
you are,
and we have a great life, don't get me wrong, but it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
The more serious you are, the more you have to plan. AJ and I have been doing this together as a team forever, right? And Dustin and he and I, have the benefit of having a relationship that, everything is similar. We all eat the same, we all train the same, we all work the same. And there's a really cool part of that where you get into this groove. But AJ's right, no matter whether you're flying on a commercial or a private flight, you still got to do the miles, you're still in awkward positions, you're still dealing with changes of altitude, oxygen levels change. We really are mindful, but people don't really appreciate it until you became a part of it. And then you go, it isn't easy going 30 weeks a year like this.
No, it's not at all. So you see the guys that perform at a consistent level, we're always top 25s, top 10s, or just cranking out wins. It's like, it just shows just how truly impressive it is.
It's a unique opportunity to see it from the other perspective.
Yeah.
Like AJ said, it's not just Sunday, 2 o'clock and the sun's perfect and the weather's perfect and the golf course is perfect. You're like, oh my gosh, that's gotta be, I could do that. Go ahead and loop for one round.
I love the comments where like when there's a void for a caddy or something happens and the keyboard warriors come out like, I want the bag, I can do that, It's like, I don't know, man. I mean, you might be able to hang for a few holes and stuff, but after that, it's like, not only are these guys in great physical shape, but they're all great golfers too. You know what I mean? Like, I've always loved to see, not all of them, obviously, but you see the caddies play, and there's some sticks out there that we're this close to making it on tour,
I just said it, I'll say it again. Good thing I didn't find him when he was younger, because he'd have been on the other side of the coin. And it's just the truth. So let's get the shoulder, bicep tendon. I made a phone call for you, just waiting to hear back of whether they'll just do it without doctor order or we need an order to get the MRI. Which shoulder? The right?
So Joey, talk to me about Hit It Great, this program that you guys are building out that's gonna really make it available to really everybody that's out there.
Yeah, Hit It Great is the new brand that we launched. And it's an app and it's a program that gives people an opportunity to understand how does the body work. And in that app, there's in-app purchases that give people the opportunity to look at the specific programs that Colby and I and the other coaches have all put together to give you an opportunity to understand like front nine, back nine, like one exercise for each hole. What does it mean? How does it work? Why does it matter? So golf specific stuff, I think people, they had a hard time understanding what it meant. Like an Olympic deadlift is a very technical move and people should never do them if they don't know what they're doing. But golf specific actually means that we built these workouts, we built these modalities and these prescriptive movements that mimic, how does the body work when you are standing at address? Knee flexion, like spine angle, what happens with your ability to rotate? How do your arms move? The shoulders, like the knees, the hips, the back, like how do you stay and maintain spine angle? How do you get your arm to move to the top of the backswing with the shoulder function? Like these are very specific things that we gave people an opportunity, and Hit It Great was just the new opportunity for the world to understand. We want you to hit it great. We want you to take your best you, do your work, and we've got a proven method. So it was a great opportunity to build an app in a time where people are searching for more of the right information and opportunity. So we wanted to get away from the Joey D Golf name because it's kind of the original parent, if you would, of the brand, but Hit It Great is where we want everybody in the world to go. And it doesn't only mean that you can hit it great with golf, you could hit it great with tennis, you could hit it great with, if you're a softball player, if you're a volleyball player, Hit It Great just means you want to have an opportunity within your sport, especially golf specifically, to understand how does it work and what works best for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got this coming out too. You got Hang the Banner.
Oh, that is one of my favorite life's works right there.
Yeah, so how long has this been in the making here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, I'm just saying if you want to write a book, get ready because it's not easy.
This is incredible. So this is going to be live, and we got pre-sale going, but this is going to be live for everybody.
Yeah, it'll be available on Amazon, on Apple, on all of the channels to purchase. And in that book is basically, it's kind of anecdotal, and it gives you an opportunity to look from the pro's perspective, from the coach's perspective, from a player perspective, like where was golf, where is it going, where is it now, and how does that book really tie into what the best players? It's kind of like a proof statement, right? Because if I say it, I'm just saying something that people go, well, he believes it, that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah.
But if a player who's actually doing the work, they're telling you themselves, that's a good opportunity, like we talked about before, to take what you want, leave the rest, do what works best for you. And that book is a really cool blueprint of kind of where golfers' mindsets are on the other side of the course, and then how does it relate to the game and the player as an individual.
You got Taylor Gooch, Michelle Wee in here, JT. You got, I mean, so many. I mean, you're right. I mean, as someone aspiring to become the best, you want to hear it from the best. So.
Well, yeah, and I think, you know, I've authored 3 books now, and I think we've got like 8 or 10 ebooks that we've written. I think if you're open enough to share sort of like the playbook with the world, that means you want to grow the game. It isn't about me. It's never about me. It's not about Colby. It's about our opportunity for people to trust us and believe that we're doing something. Like, look at him. Like, his whole profession relies on his body. He's trusted me since he was a kid. I take that very serious. We take very serious that players at any level, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced player, a semi-pro, a pro, you trust us. And in that book, there's an opportunity to begin to know us, think how we think, work how we work, and play how you want to play at your best. And it's been a great journey. They're hard to do, but it was really satisfying, you know, to see it finally come to fruition and be ready to kind of give the world an opportunity to look.
Yeah, this is awesome. How you feeling, AJ?
We're getting there. 3 kinks to work out. Not my man JoJo can't take care of.
I got a funny story.
I will not be a coach.
So we were flying over one of the first times, I don't know if it was China, or we were going somewhere, right? And I was in business class with David Winkle, and I wasn't paying attention to anything. So I'm like, where is AJ and Dustin? I'm paying no attention. And obviously that flight had the opportunity to have some sweets.
Yeah.
So I want to go hang out with him before the flight, and the flight attendant goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, you're not in that class of service." I'm like, "Yeah, but my man is up there. Isn't there like family and friends?" She's like, "No, that doesn't exist on this flight."
They don't have a +1, you could take.
We get off the plane and we're dog tired, and all of a sudden AJ's looking like a million, which he always does, right? And I go, "Bro, why do you look so good?" And he goes, "Did you get a shower too?" I'm like, "No, that wasn't available in my class."
So what do you do on the nutrition standpoint? I mean, do you guide your guys of like, hey, this is what you should try to stay away from, or?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's really important is to understand nutrition. And you know, when you have a lot of confusion, the reason there's confusion is people want to genuinely have the easiest path to get to where they want to go. But that doesn't always mean it's the right path. So nutrition, we kind of use this opportunity to say, if 60% of your protein comes from whole foods, or the food that has the least amount of ingredients, that's least processed, you know, that's a great opportunity. Now, 20% of your intake has to be some type of reliable energy source of a complex nature of a carbohydrate, like a sweet potato, things that have the ability for your body to assimilate them, to absorb them, to break them down, and use that fuel. Empty calories is garbage. You wouldn't put bad gas in your car, don't put bad fuel in your body. Yeah. And then 20%, you know, you think about the 60-40 plan, you think about, you break it down to 20% carbs, 20% fats. So your body needs the right amount of fats. And I think the important thing for players is to have guidance where you don't restrict them to the point where they can't live their life, but they have to have some accountability as an athlete, right? And in golf, one of the things that we've kind of struggled with a little was, it's an independent game, but it's more of a team than it's ever been before. And if they trust us, they're gonna let us give them some guidance.
Yeah, it was funny when we did a piece with Greg Norman. He was talking about in the early 90s, mid 90s, when he was on tour, the drink stations on all the tee boxes were just full of soda and bad drinks and stuff, and he was getting migraines and was just feeling unhealthy. And like now today, you just see where it's just strictly water, healthier options, but it's just like golf in general just seems to have done a complete 180.
Yeah, and I think, one of the things that you can see that also helps is the fan base understanding like hydration is a huge and dehydration is a huge like problem with people. And I would say that way more than half of Americans live dehydrated, right? Like people go, I don't like the taste of water. Well, actually water is an essential part to sustain life. Yeah. And I think as you give people the opportunity to have better choices, people start to feel better generally, like Greg was saying. Now you look at tee boxes and there's hydration drinks and water, and you got the right choices. Sure. I think if you give people an opportunity, give them information to make the right choices, they're gonna wanna gravitate, not everybody, but enough people to make a difference.
I think like John Daly's probably the only.
John Daly will not be coming over to our side. Love John, but yeah, I respect him too.
Has he ever stepped foot in here?
No, there was a long time ago where I was working with Vijay Singh where we were up at a TELUS Skins game in Muskoka, Canada. And he's like, there's an empty check, I need to get in shape. I'm like, I'm not having you write me a check and I'm not going down that road. So I know that's not gonna work out well. The other thing that you're watching right now is recovery work is probably one of the biggest things we see in all sports now, but golf especially. We probably have more practitioners on the other side of the strength and conditioning and biomechanics. There's probably an all-time high of guys that have a very high level skill set that players are working with because recovery is huge. It is one of the biggest things that I've seen grow, and I couldn't be happier about the opportunity to have watched it become a part of what professional golf is.
One thing that I find interesting is you've been at this now for 12 years with this shop and built this clientele. It's just incredible. But what do you and Colby and your team do to continue to stay on top of, fitness, the body, and recovery, what these players need? Because obviously more stuff, more equipment, more technology is becoming available to you guys. So what do you do to stay fresh to provide like the best possible solution?
I think the best people that lead in an industry, like industry leaders that are never satisfied with becoming complacent. Like 5 years ago, if I had the best facility, I know it's not, if I leave it at technology 5 years ago, it doesn't actually equate to what they need today. So you have to be committed to do research constantly, to always be partnering up with people like Theragun. Like these guys are amazing. Like they sent all this new equipment, like recovery sleeves over there, like these new guns that have velocity at different frequencies, right? So you get to actually treat an athlete and get deeper or less or be able to find. So these companies that are on the cutting edge want to partner up because yeah, they're in business to sell product, but they're also, on the cutting edge of where science and sport is. And I think that's the big thing that we've done, and I want to say as good as anybody is, we have the best equipment and the best analyzers and the best opportunity to get players to be where they are with everything that we do. And technology, as you know, you just look at the company Apple with iPhones, were they coming out with one every year? I mean, the first iPhone, they said, had more technology than the first spaceship that ever went up, which is pretty cool. And I think about where they are today, we have to be on the same track as they are to help these athletes and help people that come in here every day. It's funny, like one of our new partners, Oxfit, they created this technology that I've never seen before. And I'm not somebody that's gonna put something in just to put it in. Like, yes, we do at a professional level, and I love transparency and truth to people. Like, oh, you're only wearing that because you're getting paid. We can actually get lots of offers, and I think the people that, and the players and people like AJ, you believe in a product, you want to endorse it if you have an opportunity to be able to be somebody that can help send a better message. And I like the fact that we have been, and I'm fortunate enough to have been in places where you partner up with a company like Oxfit, and it's the best technology I've seen in 20 years. Like, that's the kind of stuff you want players to get on, because as they're training, their velocity is being measured, their balance, their body's inefficiencies, and it's corrective exercise. Yeah. Like, you don't see that. It's not something that happens every day. You're looking at a company, that costs probably $100 million to start, and you get to be a part of that, putting this equipment in the general scope of what you do. Now you're actually making a difference. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's always great to challenge yourself, and that's what we do all the time. How can we be better to help people get better?
Yeah. That's why he's the best at what he does. All right, we got our boy ready for Thailand. Dude, thanks for your time. This is truly an incredible spot. So
This is so much fun. Yeah, you know what's funny? He's always ready. I have the easiest job in the world when it comes to him because I don't have to do that much.
Keeps the body feeling great. Appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for stopping by.
yeah, dude, love to see how passionate you are with all this. And we're gonna go check out next door with the Sim. And,
Whoa,
yeah.
go next door and check out Hit It Great. It's the greatest new part of golf fitness you'll ever see.
All right, thanks, Joey, man. Appreciate you.